Welcome to Nobitchin CTV. Today, we're diving into the world of one of the most extraordinary freshwater giants, the Arapaima. This prehistoric fish has ruled the Amazon for millions of years, and we're here to uncover its secrets. Buckle up, because this is going to be an epic journey. Imagine a fish so massive that it can rival the size of a small boat. Meet the Arapaima, one of the largest freshwater fish on the planet. Known as Pararacu in Brazil and Peixe in Peru, this giant can reach lengths of up to 10 feet 3 meters and tip the scales at over 400 pounds 180 kilograms. That's heavier than a full-grown lion. But what makes the Arapaima truly unique isn't just its size, it's the way it breathes. Unlike most fish, which rely solely on gills, the Arapaima has evolved to breathe air. Thanks to a specialized swim bladder that acts like a lung, it can extract oxygen from the air, allowing it to survive in the oxygen-poor waters of the Amazon. This adaptation gives the Arapaima a huge advantage. While other fish struggle in stagnant, muddy waters, the Arapaima simply rises to the surface, takes a breath, and keeps going. However, this behavior also makes it vulnerable to hunters, as it must come up for air every 10 to 20 minutes. Another fascinating feature, its armor-like scales. These thick, mineralized plates are so tough that even the infamous piranhas of the Amazon struggle to penetrate them. Nature has equipped the Arapaima with a nearly impenetrable defense. From its immense size to its incredible survival adaptations, the Arapaima is a true marvel of evolution. But there's much more to this ancient giant than meets the eye. Stay with us as we dive deeper into its prehistoric origins, unique hunting techniques, and the critical role it plays in the Amazon ecosystem. An ancient survivor, the Arapaima isn't just a giant, it's a living fossil. This species has remained virtually unchanged for over 23 million years. It first appeared during the Miocene epoch, a time when Earth was home to early mammals and ancient crocodiles. This fish has survived drastic climate changes, evolving just enough to remain an apex predator in its domain. One of its most remarkable features is its armor-like scales. These overlapping mineralized plates are so tough that even razor-toothed piranhas struggle to bite through them. Scientists have studied these scales for bioengineering purposes, inspiring future body armor designs for humans. But what truly sets the Arapaima apart is its ability to breathe air. Unlike most fish that rely solely on gills, this ancient giant possesses a highly vascularized swim bladder, allowing it to extract oxygen from the atmosphere. This adaptation has enabled it to survive in the murky, oxygen-deprived waters of the Amazon's floodplains and swamps. Throughout history, the Arapaima's ability to survive in extreme conditions has ensured its dominance. But survival in nature is not its only challenge. Now, human activities threaten its existence more than ever. The Arapaima's diet and hunting strategy. When you're a giant of the river, your appetite matches your size. Arapaimas are formidable carnivores, preying on a variety of smaller fish, crustaceans, and even the occasional unlucky bird or mammal that falls into the water. They are true opportunistic hunters. But it's not just brute force. Arapaimas are strategic predators. Unlike some fish that chase their prey, the Arapaima uses a unique and powerful hunting method. With one swift flick of its massive tail, it creates a shockwave that stuns smaller fish, leaving them disoriented and defenseless. And then bam! With its large, gaping mouth, the Arapaima inhales its prey in an instant, creating a vacuum so strong that escaping is nearly impossible. This gulp feeding technique allows the Arapaima to consume multiple fish at once. But that's not all. The Arapaima has a secret weapon: its tongue. Unlike most fish, which simply swallow their prey, the Arapaima's bony, tooth-covered tongue acts like a crushing plate, helping it grind down tougher meals before swallowing. The Arapaima's reproductive secrets. Survival isn't just about hunting, it's also about passing on the legacy to the next generation. The Arapaima's reproductive strategy is as fascinating as the fish itself. Unlike many fish that release eggs and leave them to fate, the Arapaima takes an active role in parenting. During the dry season, between February and April, they prepare for reproduction by selecting shallow, slow-moving waters to build their nests. These nests, dug in the riverbed, are about 20 inches 50 centimeters wide and 6 inches 15 centimeters deep, perfectly designed to protect the developing eggs. Here's where it gets even more interesting. The male Arapaima becomes the ultimate guardian. He fertilizes the eggs and then watches over them for about 50 days until they hatch. During this time, he continuously aerates the water by fanning it with his fins, ensuring the developing fry get enough oxygen. But the Arapaima's parental care doesn't end at hatching. The father continues to guard his offspring, carrying them close to his mouth and releasing pheromones to keep them nearby. This extraordinary level of parental investment increases the young Arapaima's chances of survival in the predator-filled Amazon. However, this unique reproductive behavior also makes the species vulnerable. Since they breed in predictable, shallow areas, overfishing during mating season has drastically reduced their population. Thankfully, conservation efforts and sustainable fishing practices are now in place to protect these gentle giants. The Arapaima is more than just a predator, it's a devoted parent and a vital part of the Amazon's delicate balance. But with threats looming, will we be able to safeguard its future? Join us next as we explore the challenges this species faces and the efforts to ensure its survival. Threats and conservation. The Arapaima has ruled the Amazon's waters for millions of years. But today, this freshwater giant faces its greatest challenge yet: humans. Overfishing, habitat destruction, and climate change are pushing this species to the brink. Historically, the Arapaima was a staple in the diets of indigenous communities, harvested sustainably for centuries. But with the rise of commercial fishing and high market demand, these fish have been hunted at an unsustainable rate. Their need to surface for air makes them easy targets for fishermen, who can simply wait and strike. Another major threat: habitat loss. Deforestation and dam construction disrupt the delicate balance of the Amazon's floodplain ecosystem. Without access to their traditional breeding grounds, Arapaima populations struggle to recover. Thankfully, hope is not lost. Conservation efforts and sustainable fishing regulations are making a difference. In some areas, strict fishing bans during breeding seasons and size limits for catches have allowed populations to rebound. One of the most successful conservation strategies has come from local communities themselves. In Brazil and Peru, indigenous groups have established managed reserves where fishing is carefully regulated. These efforts have led to a significant increase in Arapaima numbers, proving that sustainable coexistence is possible. Scientists are also stepping in to help. Breeding programs and aquaculture projects aim to reduce pressure on wild populations by providing sustainable alternatives. By studying the Arapaima's unique biology, researchers hope to further improve conservation strategies. So, what can we do to help? Supporting sustainable fisheries, advocating for stronger conservation policies, and raising awareness about this incredible species are key steps toward protecting the Arapaima. If we act now, we can ensure that future generations will continue to witness the majesty of this ancient giant. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of the Arapaima. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more amazing wildlife content on No Bitchin' CTV. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep protecting our natural world.